Gemini. All right, for my gems. Okay, all right, these three. I didn't even shuffle this deck for real. These literally just fell out as I picked it up, and I'm gonna take it. Spirit said, take it. Gemini, you have strength. You have the Knight of Pentacles. You have the Nine of Cups. Gemini. Ooh. Slow and steady wins the race. Slow and steady wins the race. I spoke about this a little bit when, oh, I love that. A firefly flew in their room. Y'all deserve, Taurus, y'all deserve that. I'm telling you. I talked about this earlier on the channel. Might have been like my first video when I talked about the year of the chariot. We are currently in the year of the chariot. And I spoke about like the busyness and like that energy to like push forward and move ahead and do all of that, right? Like I spoke about all of those things. And so I also said that, let me try to get it exactly the way I said it before. It might not be exact, but you're gonna catch my drift. Speed does not guarantee your success. Speed does not guarantee your success. Success is not guaranteed by speed. It doesn't matter how fast you're going. It's not going to give you a bigger trophy at the end. What matters more is, are you fortified on this journey? What good does it do if you get to your end, to your goal, whatever it is you're trying to accomplish, and you are too tired to celebrate yourself? And you are too beat down? It's so funny. This message keeps coming up. It must have been a lot of stuff going on in March, but there's something about us being very tired and needing to like be mindful of our pace. And so Gemini, you have strength, which is speaking about your character and the way in which you have like this confidence in yourself. Like I see Gemini like as like, yeah, you feel yourself in a way that people have connotations about Gemini all the time. But I love the quiet strength of the quiet confidence of strength. I always think about there's different types of strength, right? Like strength is manifest in different ways. Like you have the if you have like the male lions, a lot of times they are chilling. They are sitting up on the rock, basking in the sun, and they have like their whole pride that will do the other work, right? And then you have the lionesses, and they're the baddies. They're the ones who's out here hunting. They're the ones who's getting it done. And so I wonder what it would look like, Gemini, for you to switch up your approach and your role. Because regardless if you are the one who's basking in the sun, or you are the one who's outgoing and taking care of the family, everybody else, anybody run up on a lion, everybody's going to fall back. Everybody's going to freeze. Everyone's going to try to run and run for cover. So you have this big strength inside of you. And I want you to know that whichever role you're playing right now, your strength is coming through. So this Knight of Pentacles, though, is talking about like taking the long road, because it's easy to want to do things quickly because that feels like success. It feels like, we love those overnight success. Someone on YouTube got 1 million subscribers, or, someone started as a janitor and now, one night something happened and like the CEO was like, I'm going to offer you a job. Like we love those stories, right? Because it makes us say like, wow, like that could be me. And it could be. However, Gemini, your story, Spirit is saying you don't need to try to rush to where you're going, because where you're going is going to give you something that is so fulfilling, that is so, your cups are just going to overflow. And so there's something about building something slowly so that it's sturdy, so that it doesn't fall, so that you can look at it as a fortress and not as a sandcastle. And so Spirit is saying, take that strength of yours that you have, take that confidence and use that to, I talked about this in the Ancestral Fathers. Some of you got the message of having fortitude. And that's what's coming through very strongly for you, Gemini, is that you're going to need fortitude. You're going to have to play long game. And because of your playing long game, Spirit is saying like, yeah, it's going to turn out good for you. Look at where you're seated, in a place where people can see you and celebrate you, in a place where you are the center of attention. And so right now, yeah, it seems like I'm just doing all this work. Nobody sees me. Nobody cares. Is it even going to go anywhere? But the Knight of Pentacles is patient. The Knight of Pentacles is I don't want to say, not to say long suffering, but there's someone who they're gentle and they understand the seasons and the cycles and what it takes to tend to your gardens. And they know that when the fruit blooms, when the fruit comes to fruition, it's going to be good. It's going to be good. They understand that seasons, there are some seasons that are more opportune for certain plants and certain vegetation. And so they know when it's time to plant, when it's time to wait, when it's time to harvest. And so you have to be mindful of that. Ashe, ashe. Okay, let's see what other predictions we can get for Gemini. Look at that. Wow. Okay, let's get one more before I get excited, because y'all know I get excited. So the first one that came out, you have bird perched, waiting for news, package, or a letter. So yeah, like it's the waiting game for y'all in April. It's the waiting game. It's the waiting game. But look at what came out that got me a little excited. It's the haystack card. It says, karma, you will reap what you have sown. And like I said, I see you as a mighty lion. And so that means that all of the seeds that you have sown are going to, I love Spirit. They're going to come into fruition. But you have to be patient with yourself. You have to be so compassionate with yourself. And again, when I say that quiet confidence, you have to be quiet and you have to be like fully persuaded about what you're working on, because other people are going to want to look around for results. Like, let me see what you're working on. I don't see anything moving. I don't see anything shaking. You must not be doing nothing. No, Gemini, you're going to have to be like, I am. But something that seed that's under the ground, you can't see what's happening until it starts to sprout. And so people are looking for evidence. I need you to trust what's on the inside and trust the seeds that you put in the ground. That's what I'm saying to you. Look at that. Last card. Flowers. Spirit. Come on. Happiness. 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 That's what I see. So keep going. Keep going. I know it's rough, especially when you see other people who maybe have similar gifts and they seem like they are like the male lions who they can just bask and things just happen for them. Keep going. Because even though those lions may have a mightier roar, you are stronger. Your muscles are toned because you're used to doing that hard work, and it's going to pay off. Ashe, ashe, ashe. I hope that's helpful, Gemini. I hope that's helpful.